Right now, as you're watching this video, the power could go out and stay out for 3 months. Would you survive? Most people would burn through everything they have in just 48 hours. But you're about to learn exactly what the top 5% of prepared people know. In this video, I'm breaking down the 11 essential categories you need to master to not just survive, but actually thrive during a 90-day blackout. These aren't theoretical ideas. These are battle-tested strategies from over a decade of hands-on preparedness experience. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete blueprint for keeping your family safe, healthy, and comfortable when everyone else is in chaos. Welcome to Food Decider, where we help you make the smartest decisions for your family's security and well-being. If you find this information valuable, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss life-saving content like this. Now let's dive in. Let's start with the foundation of survival: food. The average adult needs between 1,500 and 2,500 calories per day just to function. For 90 days, that's at least 135,000 calories per person. Multiply that by your household size and the numbers add up quickly. Relying on a few boxes of crackers or ramen won't cut it when you're looking at 3 months without grocery stores. You need a strategic approach, and that starts with freeze-dried meals. Brands like Mountain House and ReadyWise offer meals that just need water, hot or cold. They're lightweight, taste surprisingly good, and last up to 25 years. Each pouch provides between 500 and 800 calories and balanced nutrition. These are your quick, easy options when you need a meal fast. Next, you need bulk grains as your foundation. White rice, pasta, beans, and oats are cheap, versatile, and store for decades when properly packaged in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. For just $100 to $200, you can buy enough staples to feed one person for 90 days. This is the backbone of your food supply. Then there's canned goods. Canned meats like tuna, chicken, and salmon, along with beans, vegetables, soups, and stews, add protein, flavor, and morale to your meals. Pull-tab cans are best because they don't require a can opener. Speaking of protein and calories, peanut butter is one of the most underrated survival foods. It's calorie-dense, shelf-stable, and packed with protein and healthy fats. Powdered milk adds calcium and protein, and it's useful for cooking. If you want a shortcut, pre-packaged emergency food buckets from companies like Augustin Farms, Legacy Food Storage, and ReadyWise offer 30, 60, or 90-day supplies. They're convenient, stackable, and specifically designed for long-term emergencies. But here's something most people miss. Food isn't just fuel, it's comfort and normalcy. When the world feels chaotic, a warm meal can keep you sane and functional. A well-planned food supply does more than keep you alive, it keeps your mental health intact. Now let's talk about water, because without it, survival is measured in days, not months. You need at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for drinking, cooking, and basic hygiene. For 90 days, that's 90 gallons per person. A family of 4 needs 360 gallons. That's a lot of water, and you need to store it properly. The best option for bulk storage is 55-gallon food-grade barrels. They're stackable, durable, and can be filled from your tap. Add water-preserved concentrate to keep it fresh for years. For smaller spaces or more flexibility, 5 to 7-gallon containers from brands like Aquitainer and Reliance are portable and easier to manage. Collapsible containers are ideal for transporting water from streams or rain collection systems. But storing water is only half the battle. You need multiple purification methods. Portable water filters like LifeStraw, Sawyer Mini, and Katahdin remove 99.99% of bacteria and parasites. They're lightweight, inexpensive, and good for thousands of gallons. Chemical purification tablets and drops from Portable Aqua and AquaTabs are cheap, effective, and perfect as backup options. You should also set up a rainwater collection system. A 55-gallon drum with a screen under your gutters can capture significant amounts of water. Just remember to always filter or purify rainwater before drinking it. Here's the critical principle: redundancy. Store as much water as humanly possible and have multiple purification methods. Water is the one thing that's completely non-negotiable. Everything else you can improvise, but not water. Next, let's talk about power. Because when the grid goes down, you need electricity for flashlights, radios, medical devices, and communication. This is where solar generators become invaluable. They're clean, quiet, and reliable, Unlike gas generators that require fuel, maintenance, and make noise that advertise your resources to everyone around you. Brands like Jackery, Bluetti, EcoFlow, and Goal Zero offer portable power stations. The key is matching wattage and capacity to your needs. Figure out which devices are essential: phone, radio, medical equipment, lights, and calculate how much power they consume. Then buy a system that can handle that load with room to spare. Don't stop with one power source. Smaller solar-powered battery banks can keep phones, tablets, and lights charged. Layer your power systems for redundancy. If your main unit fails or runs low, you have backups.
Here's something most people forget: cables and adapters. Keep a dedicated bag with spare charging cables, USB-C, micro USB, and Lightning, along with wall adapters and card chargers. Stock rechargeable batteries in AA, AAA, C, and D sizes, plus a solar-compatible charger. When stores are closed and delivery doesn't exist, that spare cable becomes priceless. I learned this the hard way during a week-long outage. While neighbors were sitting in the dark with dead phones, my solar generator and battery bank kept our phones, lights, and radios running. We had information and comfort while everyone else was panicking. That peace of mind is worth every dollar. Speaking of lights, let's talk about conquering the darkness. Solar lanterns are your primary night lighting solution. Charge them during the day and they'll light up your space at night. Many models even have USB ports for charging devices, making them dual-purpose tools. LED flashlights and headlamps are non-negotiable. Modern LED flashlights are incredibly bright and efficient. Headlamps offer hands-free lighting for cooking, repairs, and moving around safely. Stock several of each and keep them in accessible locations. Crank-powered lights are your backup that never fails. They work without batteries or sunlight. Just a few cranks, and you've got light. Some models include radios and phone chargers, making them versatile emergency tools. Don't overlook glow sticks. They're great for signaling, marking paths, or comforting children who are scared of the dark. They're cheap, portable, and useful in ways you might not expect. Lighting isn't just about visibility. It's about safety, morale, and mental health during long, dark nights. Proper lighting prevents accidents, reduces fear, and maintains a sense of normalcy when everything else feels wrong. Now let's get into tools. When the grid goes down, everything goes manual. You need tools that work without electricity, and the first one is a quality multi-tool. Brands like Leatherman, Gerber, and SOG offer tools with pliers, screwdrivers, blades, scissors, wire cutters, and more. It's like carrying a workshop in your pocket. You'll use it constantly for repairs, adjustments, and improvisation. Next, a manual can opener. This seems obvious, but you'd be shocked how many people rely solely on electric openers. When the power is out and you're staring at dozens of cans, that manual opener becomes essential for accessing your food supply. An axe or hatchet is crucial for multiple reasons: chopping firewood, clearing debris, building shelter, and yes, self-defense if necessary. Keep it sharp, store it safely, and learn how to use it properly before you need it in an emergency. A manual radio gives you access to NOAA weather alerts, AM and FM broadcasts, and emergency information. Crank-powered means no batteries required. It works as long as you can turn the handle. Information is powered during emergencies, and this tool keeps you connected. These manual tools aren't just backups. They're insurance policies that keep your systems running and your shelter stable when everything goes manual. Invest in quality, practice using them, and keep them maintained. Let's talk about something unglamorous, but absolutely critical: hygiene and sanitation. Poor sanitation leads to illness, and illness in a grid-down scenario can be deadly. You need to maintain cleanliness even when water is scarce and sewage systems fail. Wet wipes are portable showers. When you can't take a proper shower, wet wipes keep you reasonably clean and feeling human. Hand sanitizer kills germs when soap and water aren't available. Stock large quantities of both. Waste disposal becomes a major challenge. Heavy-duty trash bags are essential for garbage and human waste. Portable camping toilets or bucket systems with liners and waste treatment powder offer dignity and proper sanitation. This isn't a minor issue. Improper waste disposal spreads disease fast. Stock up on feminine hygiene products. Pads, tampons, and menstrual cups are necessities, not luxuries. Consider reusable options for long-term scenarios. Portable bidets help maintain cleanliness when water is limited and toilet paper runs low. Don't forget basic hygiene items: toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, deodorant, shampoo, waterless body washes, and dry shampoo. Dental hygiene is particularly critical. A toothache or infection during a grid-down scenario is a nightmare you want to avoid at all costs. The bottom line is this: maintaining hygiene prevents disease and maintains morale. Feeling clean, even minimally, makes a massive psychological difference when everything else is falling apart. Now let's address staying warm. Depending on when a grid-down scenario hits, temperature could be your biggest enemy. Emergency Mylar blankets are lightweight, compact, and reflect up to 90% of your body heat. They're also waterproof and windproof. Stash them everywhere, in your car, your bug-out bag, and your home emergency kit. Cold weather sleeping bags are essential if you're facing winter conditions. Get bags rated for at least 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Brands like Teton Sports, Coleman, and Alps Mountaineering offer affordable options that'll keep you warm even in harsh conditions. You need shelter solutions beyond your home. Four-season tents provide windproof, insulated spaces.
Heavy-duty tarps are incredibly versatile. Use them for shelter, covering supplies, or patching damaged roofs. Tarps are cheap, durable, and solve multiple problems. Chemical hand and foot warmers are small but critical. They keep your extremities warm and your hands functional. Cold hands can't operate tools, cook food, or defend yourself. Stock up on these heat packs. They last for years unopened and work instantly when activated. Layered clothing is your foundation. Thermal base layers, fleece, wool socks, hats, gloves, and waterproof jackets and pants. Here's the key principle: staying dry is as important as staying warm. Wet clothing in cold weather leads to hypothermia. Waterproof outer layers protect everything underneath. Cold kills, and it kills fast. Don't underestimate the importance of warmth supplies, even if you live in a generally mild climate. Weather can surprise you, and you need to be ready. Let's move to medical preparedness. In a grid-down scenario, you become your own medical clinic. Minor injuries can escalate into major problems when professional help isn't available. You need a comprehensive first aid kit with bandages, gauze, tape, antiseptic wipes, antibiotic ointment, pain relievers, burn cream, tweezers, scissors, gloves, a thermometer, and emergency blankets. Pre-made kits from Adventure Medical Kits or First Aid Only are solid starting points, but customize them for your family's needs. Stock over-the-counter medications in quantity: pain relievers, fever reducers, antihistamines, antidiarrheal medications, antacids, cough and cold medicine, and electrolyte powder. These keep common ailments from becoming debilitating problems. If anyone in your family takes prescription medications, insulin, blood pressure medication, inhalers, anything critical, you need to stockpile extra supplies. Talk to your doctor about emergency refills or ask for slightly larger prescriptions to build a buffer. This is life or death important. Knowledge matters as much as supplies. Keep a printed first aid guide or download an offline medical app before the crisis hits. Better yet, take a wilderness first aid course. Learning to treat wounds, manage illness, and handle emergencies is an investment that pays off when lives are on the line. Health is survival. Protect it with proper supplies, knowledge, and proactive preparation. Now let's discuss cooking. You've got food stored, but how do you prepare it without power? You need multiple cooking methods for redundancy. Camping stoves are your first option. Propane stoves like the Coleman Classic are portable and efficient. Liquid fuel stoves like the MSR Whisperlight work in extreme conditions. Calculate your fuel needs for 90 days and stock accordingly. Rocket stoves burn twigs and biomass efficiently, meaning your fuel supply is basically unlimited as long as you have access to wood. You can buy manufactured rocket stoves or build your own. They're incredibly fuel efficient and produce minimal smoke. Charcoal grills are simple, reliable, and familiar to most people. Stock up on charcoal and a chimney starter. If you already know how to use a grill, this is an easy transition during a crisis. Learn to build and use a campfire safely. This is the most basic cooking method, but it requires skill and practice. Cast iron cookware is ideal because it works on any heat source: stove, grill, fire, or rocket stove. Solar ovens let you cook with sunlight, no fuel required. Brands like All Season Solar Cooker and Sun Oven are effective when weather cooperates. They're not your primary cooking method, but they're an excellent backup. Don't forget no-cook foods. Canned goods, peanut butter, crackers, jerky, and granola bars are essential for times when cooking isn't possible or safe. Having these options means you can always eat, regardless of circumstances. Multiple cooking methods ensure flexibility. If one method fails or fuel runs out, you have alternatives. This redundancy keeps you fed no matter what. Let's talk about money and resources. When the power goes out, digital payments fail immediately. Credit cards, debit cards, mobile payments, all useless. You need physical cash. Keep $500 to $1,000 in small bills, ones, fives, tens, and 20s. Small bills give you flexibility to make exact purchases and avoid getting ripped off on change. But cash only goes so far. When supply chains break down and stores close, bartering emerges quickly. You need supplies that hold value when they become scarce. Toilet paper is worth its weight in gold during shortages. Coffee and tea become luxury items people desperately want. Alcohol and tobacco, regardless of whether you use them, are incredibly valuable for trade. Batteries, over-the-counter medications, and feminine hygiene products are necessities people will trade for. Lighters and matches, seeds for gardening, ammunition, if applicable in your area, and soap and hygiene products all become currency. Here's the important part. Trade carefully. Don't advertise what you have. Prioritize your safety. Meet in neutral locations if possible. Bartering can be beneficial, but it also carries risk. Be smart, be cautious, and never reveal the full extent of your supplies. Economic preparedness gives you options and leverage when normal commerce disappears. Cash and barter items mean you can acquire what you need even when money loses meaning.
Finally, let's discuss communication and information. In a grid-down scenario, information becomes your strategic advantage. Two-way radios keep you connected with family and neighbors. GMRS radios like the Midland GXT series offer up to 36-mile range and don't require a license. Ham radios are more powerful and offer longer range, but they do require a license to operate legally. Consider getting licensed before a crisis. It's not difficult and it's worth the capability. NOAA weather radios provide official government alerts about weather, emergencies, and disasters. Portable AM and FM radios keep you informed of local news and emergency broadcasts. Choose models with multiple power options, battery, solar, and hand crank, so they work no matter what. GPS might fail or become unreliable. Physical maps are essential. Keep detailed paper maps of your area, your state, and potential evacuation routes. Mark key locations, water sources, hospitals, shelters, family meeting points. Establish a family communication plan before disaster strikes. Designate meeting points, check-in protocols, and backup plans. Practice them regularly so everyone knows what to do when communication becomes difficult. Keep an emergency whistle in your kit. A loud whistle is a universal distress signal, 3 short blasts. It works when your voice fails and can be heard from significant distances. Don't forget notebooks and pens. Document medical information, important events, supply inventory, and plans. Paper and pen work when electronics fail. They're reliable, permanent, and don't require power. Reserve a dedicated solar battery bank exclusively for communication devices. Don't drain it on entertainment or non-essential gear. When everything is dark and chaotic, your ability to communicate and receive information could be the difference between making good decisions and dangerous ones. So there you have it. These 11 categories: food, water, power, lighting, tools, hygiene, warmth, first aid, cooking, cash and bartering, and communication cover everything you need to not just survive, but maintain quality of life during a prolonged grid-down scenario. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment, responsibility, and peace of mind.
Start small. Buy extra cans this week. Fill some water containers. Pick up a flashlight and batteries. Build your preparedness gradually and intelligently. The best time to prepare was yesterday. The second best time is right now. If this video gave you the clarity you needed, smash that like button and subscribe to Food Decider for more life-saving content. Drop a comment and let me know which category you're tackling first. Your future self will thank you. Stay prepared, stay smart, and stay safe.